Welcome back, everybody. I'm going to get right into it with this one. This lady asks, she says, as a bartender, I would love to know why men always try to ask me out when I'm working. It's my job to serve you, and you see me being just as nice to everyone else as I'm being to you. I just don't get why it happens so often. I bring up this one because I'm an ex-bartender, worked in a bar all through my 20s and stuff, and I tell people about this, the hardest part about working at a bar is that it is a morally challenging job. It tests your fiber as a person just because the nature of what it is. And as this lady said, why do men always ask me out as a bartender? You have to think of it like this. You are a staple at a place that people frequent, and you become comfortable to them the more they see you. As an ex-bartender, it's like, you're a safe place. And when you become a safe place to a person, they get, especially when alcohol is
Yeah.
involved, that liquid courage gets up there, that confidence gets up there. Because I was a bar back a long time, I was a bouncer a long time, I bartended, and it's guys and girls. It's not just men, like this lady asked, because she's asking from a female perspective.
Oh yeah.
But women will become comfortable, men will become comfortable, and when alcohol is involved, people say out of pocket stuff or
Mm.
silly stuff. And I just saw this post, and so I wanted to address it. It's because you're just available. They come in, they
Yeah,
see you
you're there.
constantly, and yeah, you're there. You're there. And it happens. It's just like we addressed this in another video. Like, you might meet a girl, or a girl meets a guy, and your initial thoughts aren't anything relationship related or physically related. But the more you get to know somebody, maybe they start to stand out to you a little bit more, and things like
Well,
that.
you build that confidence with them. You get comfortable with them.
Yeah,
That's
you
all it
have
is.
that rapport bridges so many gaps. Some people don't even need that rapport or that long-standing relationship. People just might say some stuff because it happens in the bar setting all the
Oh
time. They
yeah.
just need to get a drink in them, or whatever it may be, and then oh, you're cute,
Yeah.
this and
Oh, I
that,
got
like, oh,
wicked
blah blah
stories from the
blah.
bar because I worked in Old Sacramento when I first got out the army back when I was 22 till I was like 25. I worked at where Scratch 8 used
Mm-hmm.
to be, where Papa Roach played their first live venue. And
Mm-hmm.
man, I remember one time a couple asked me to go home with them even, and I was just like, man, I was like, I had to kick them out because they was doing blow in the bathroom and stuff. But the
Yeah.
regulars, they get there, there's a line and stuff, and you let them in VIP through the back door because they're there every weekend. You know who they are, and they're feeling special,
Oh
or something pops off and you're protecting one of the girls, or girls come in there and they want you to dance with them and stuff, and they don't realize, hey, you're working, I'm working, I ain't here to party and have fun. We can talk and
yeah.
stuff on the side, but you ain't, it's your place of business at that point. So it's a little different. I
Uh,
get it.
Especially with alcohol, that filter kind of goes away the more the night goes on, the longer they stay there. Like, luckily, when I was bartending, it was out in Cali, and the bars close at 2, but I was no stranger to what's it called? I kind of forgetting the word. Just advances. Like, what are you doing later
Oh
tonight?
yeah.
This and that.
Yeah. That's all
And,
that
and in
always
my
happens.
20s, it's cool.
Yeah.
But that's why I say it's a morally challenging job. It tests the fiber of who you are, because as somebody that works in a mainstay staple kind of area, the more that will happen, the more you will get these advancements,
Well,
these
see,
offers. And
I think that strengthened mine and Cheryl's relationship because I was married that whole time. And my wife, she bartended at Cheesecake Factory and a country club and Olive Garden. She was a bartender for 15, 16 years.
yeah,
And I'd get off work and go meet up with her, or she'd get off work, come meet up with me. And she knew girls was coming up to me. I knew guys was coming up to her, all liquored up and stuff like that. That's why I think there was no jealousy, or never been jealousy between me and her. It's like, we,
oh yeah.
we understood each other, and so it was way different. I don't know, but it was kind of cool because other bartenders would come to our club, and then when I would go to their club, man, we go up to the bar. Well, you're
Oh
the first
yeah.
one served. You go
Oh
up to a line. You're getting in
oh dude.
VIP. That was nice. They had Tunnel 21, which is next to my club, which Lottie Diwas, the basketball player for the Kings, owned, and those guys let me in left and right. And there, I got the Kings players in there. These girls wilding out. You see all them hood rats trying to get up on the Kings players. Like, come on, girl,
Oh
quit.
yeah.
You're embarrassing yourself. Quit that shit.
And it's funny too because like this is that like working in the bar kind of ended a fair amount of my relationships, man. Because like I was never one to be like overly promiscuous or anything like that.
Yeah,
Always
me
liked
neither.
having a girlfriend and stuff. But it was funny. Any girl that I met while working at the bar that I dated for the most part, at some point in time, they would want me to quit working at the bar.
Oh yeah.
And because all these girls hitting on you, this, and that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I get that, but like you're making a judgment or an assumption based off an interaction where I'm showing you constantly that that's not how I respond to it. And you have that worry and that insecurity, and rightfully so. But like back in Chico, man, like if you ain't working at the bar, you working at Best Buy or Build.com,
Yeah.
no plug.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, Chico was off the
And
hook
it's
anyway.
like I ain't going. I work 6 hours a night and I make good money, and you want me to quit that because you're worried?
Yeah.
I'm coming home to you every night. I'm not. You can come in and see me, stuff like that. But this lady's post, like that's what it is, girl. You're just available to them, and the longer you're available, the higher the chance of somebody making an advancement towards you, whether you want it or not. Just because you are there, you are present, you
Oh yeah.
are you are a staple of that establishment, and it's just bound to happen, and people don't really
And
get
she's
that.
probably
And
ugly anyway, and they just got fucking beer goggles on. Like, girl, quit it.
oh my
Quit it,
goodness.
girl. Quit it. You ain't
not,
that hot.
not at all, bro.
If you
I
was that
mean, we
hot, you'd
don't
be
know. I
wifed
mean,
up. You wouldn't be working at a bar. No, I'm just, I'm just kidding. I've seen
oh my
plenty of hot
goodness.
bartenders. I'm just playing. But I no, I
uh
get it. It's you've definitely seen all the groups of guys at the bar that are hooting and hollering over a bartender. I mean, they're out there making their money, dude. I mean, it's just Cheryl made great money as a bartender.
well,
Couldn't touch it doing
as
any
she
other
said,
job while she was still going through college and stuff.
yeah, well, this lady says, like, I'm nice to everyone. Of course you are. You're in the service
You should be.
industry.
Yeah.
You're part of working at the bar revolves around tips. You can't just go in there and be a standoffish a-hole the
Yeah.
whole time and expect to make good money.
Yeah.
You have to be um attitude-wise cordial to a majority of people and inviting and stuff, because you also do want to build that rapport for the patrons that come in there
Yeah.
constantly. But that doesn't by any means stop them from recognizing the reality of the situation, that you're an employee,
Yeah.
you're getting paid to be there.
Don't give them.
You're not
Don't
just
give
going.
them to ride. That's like the same with the guys that think strippers like them.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
Yeah, like, come on,
I
homie.
think she likes me, bro.
Yeah.
You putting hundreds in her pocket,
Yeah.
bro. She likes the money, not
Yeah.
you, bro.
Yeah, it ain't you,
It-
homie.
Yeah, dude. You ain't got that. If you had that game, you want to be going to the strip clubs, bruh.
In the first place.
And was
I
that
said
in the first place? People need to take a longer look at the reality of situations, especially situations they're in, and assess better, opposed to just thinking they that person. You ain't that guy.
Yeah.
You ain't that girl. But it comes from all different angles, man. Man, there's no limit to it when you're in that kind of scenario and situation, just because like the nature of what it is, alcohol, a partying, stuff like that. And same thing I said before, as you go on, man, be aware of the situations you put yourself in and take ownership, because you can't be oblivious and
Yeah.
act like a victim, like,
Yeah.
oh, these guys are hitting on me and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
you're a bartender. What do you think is going to happen, man? Alcohol, dude. You go out to the club just without being a bartender. Most girls have
Yeah, as
dudes
long as
lining
the-
up
as
to
long
hit
as
on them.
the-
It don't matter.
As long as the comments are okay and not, too outlandish or offensive. As long as they're not offensive, or sexually graphic in nature, you take it as a compliment. Rock on. Take your money, take your tips.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, no,
you
I've
said,
shut
Jeremy.
plenty
I
of
mean,
stuff down, man. Like,
just
shut plenty of
you're
stuff.
you're in the customer service business. You can't sit here and treat people. Oh, you hit on me? Ew. Like, You're pouring drinks, lady. Like,
I mean, you
smile.
can. I've seen it.
I mean, yeah,
I've worked with girls
I've
that are
seen
straight
bartenders that are,
biatches,
yeah,
and
they're rough.
and it's funny. Like I get it. Like you sometimes you do have to be that a-hole though,
Oh yeah.
especially when
If they take it too far, yeah,
have that filter. Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
But
It's not you, girl. Understand it's not you. It's the nature of the business. Just keep that in mind and move forward. It's always going to happen. It's not. I guess the only time it won't happen is if you're working in a very, very high class establishment, and
yeah, that's a little different, you know.
that's a little different and stuff. But if you're in a regular freaking bar, club, something like that, it's going to happen more frequently. So, but
All right,
okay,
I got one here from Am I the Assholes? And this one says, my boyfriend slept with my married best friend and they both lied about it. So don't let that title, it's a little misleading. We'll get into the situation here. It says, my ex-boyfriend and I became very close with a married couple, Trevor and Joan. Eventually, all four of us agreed to explore partner swapping. This is not a good idea for anybody if you're out there. I mean, countless stories of people breaking up over shit like this in the first place. Oh, let's get into her.
got that pineapple upside down by your
In the
door,
cart all
so,
day.
No.
Eventually, all four of us agreed to explore partner swapping. Everything at first was consensual and openly discussed. Flirting, spicy pictures, kissing, cuddling. No one had actually had sex with anyone else yet. One night, we decided to take things a little further. Beforehand, my ex-boyfriend and I talked privately and agreed on one rule: no sex yet. I assumed that meant some making out, some light fun, nothing serious afterward. Joan sat me down and told me in very graphic detail that she had sucked my ex-boyfriend off and that he had gone down on her. Meanwhile, Trevor and I only made out. I felt hurt. Even though we hadn't specifically said no oral, I still feel like a boundary had been crossed. At the same time, I also felt like I had missed out compared to everyone else. She was just jealous that they had fun and she didn't. In the days following, my ex-boyfriend became extremely controlling. He hovered over me, monitored my phone, and got upset about how I interacted with Trevor. When I casually suggested that we switch partners into separate cars on the way to dinner, he completely lost it and screamed at me. His reaction felt way over the top, so I asked him multiple times if anything else happened that night. Every time he said no. The same night, he apologized and asked me to marry him while we were in bed. It didn't feel genuine or well thought out. After that, he suddenly decided he wasn't comfortable with continuing anything with the couple and wanted to step back. I'll admit I didn't step back. As far as he wanted, I still messaged Trevor daily, not sexual. We all had just become pretty close since all the four of us were still hanging out consistently and playing video games together. I messaged Joan equally as much. About 2 weeks later, my ex-boyfriend finally admitted the truth. He and Joan had actually had sex that night, and they both intentionally kept it a secret from me and from Trevor. After proposing, he told me not to tell anyone, never bought a ring, never made any plans. It became obvious he only proposed because he felt guilty and did not know how else to keep me from leaving. Right after everything came out, Trevor and I leaned into each other emotionally. For about 2 or 3 weeks, we flirted, sent nudes, and talked deeply about the betrayal we both felt from our relationships. We didn't really have anyone else to talk to about it. Eventually, 8 months later, my ex-boyfriend and I broke up. I fully acknowledge that I made mistakes by continuing to message Trevor and sending nudes, but in my opinion, I don't feel like that was remotely close to what had been done to Trevor and I. Not even comparable. The real issue came out after the breakup. Joan messaged me saying she had some of my belongings and would like to drop them off at my house, while her and Trevor helped my ex move out. I told her I was sorry for causing any problems and I wished her and her husband happiness because I had just learned they were pregnant. Then she unloaded on me. She told me that I ruined her family, that she couldn't be happy in her marriage anymore because she can't be happy with someone who cheats on her, that I was actually mad at her. I was mad at my ex-boyfriend, and because of that, I ruined everything and everyone trying to have sex with her husband, and sent nudes. She never wanted me to contact her again, so she lost her best friend, and that she didn't have room in her life for a person like me, which felt absolutely insane considering she had full-on sex with my boyfriend and hid it. I sent nudes to her husband. Calm down. She went so far as actually to scare us all by possibly saying I was pregnant with her ex-boyfriend's baby after they slept together. She told us she took a plan B she got from her work at a clinic. I later learned that the clinic does not provide Plan B, so she was just full of shit and just wanted more attention on her. What really blows my mind is that my ex stayed friends with them afterwards. It's been about a year now, and honestly, mostly, I just laugh now at the hypocrisy from the whole situation. Somehow I ended up being painted as the villain, but it is what it is. That's where it ended.
That's god awful, man.
That's,
That's
ladies and gentlemen, it's never. I don't know what it is, especially younger couples, and I think with the whole after like all those dating apps came out, Tinder and all this shit, sex isn't
mhm.
viewed as much like it used to be, but everybody here was just dishonest and blame shifting. And what's weird is this Trevor guy, you just got cucked, homie, hard, and you didn't even get to have no fun, and you're still friends with the dude. Like, dude must be a good
That's
friend.
rough, bro.
you know
That's real
how's that
rough.
penis taste there, Trevor?
Ooh,
Fucking horrible.
ooh.
Horrible situation,
Mm-mm.
man. Horrible. It's don't do this, guys and girls.
I mean,
Like,
you entertaining a thought of just swapping in general, man. Like that's like, nah, bro. Nah.
I know they got. I mean, it's
Like,
it's a popular thing. They got these swingers clubs. They got all these like exchange clubs in Frisco and shit that we'd hear stories about. The Powerhouse Exchange or some shit like that. I mean, all this stuff. Like, you know, like I can see if you're dating some rando or something, and you guys are like, "Hey, let's go have fun" or something. But somebody you want to make your wife, somebody that's you're in a serious relationship, you really want to explore that. You want to be like some other dude all up. You have your little cucky chair over there in the corner, like.
go go sit there in the corner and watch, boy. No, no, I could nah, bro.
I know
Like,
nothing about that story is good. Like, they just it's funny how she's like, I felt like I missed out. She was
would you?
mad because
Oh, because
she
she
wanted
didn't do more with.
old
Yeah,
Trevor. Well, I knew
man, be
immediately.
careful what situations you put yourself in, man, because the outcome ain't always gonna be what you want it to be.
Well, when I started hearing her say he was getting like over the top and like, oh, let's back off, let's take a step back, let's not do this. I already knew he slept with her. I didn't even have to read to the part. Like, so he got what he wanted. You know what I mean? Her boyfriend banged
Mm-hmm.
old girl,
Mm-hmm.
got the
Mm-hmm.
taste of the forbidden fruit, and then he was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, now I'm done, because that curiosity got satisfied. 9 times out of 10,
Yeah.
when a guy cheats on a girl, it's more the curiosity thing. It's not a love thing. It's just a physical attraction. They want something new. I'm not saying it's
They,
right,
they,
but
they want that
they
strange.
want the
They want that
strange,
strange.
yeah.
Like sometimes strange is appealing, but it's
And then
you gotta take
then comes
ownership of
that
those
bag of
things. You
guilt.
can't. Oh, dude, you can't. I was telling this to somebody, man. Like I don't need to go anywhere without my girl if other women are there. Like I'm not going out all the time. As I said, I was a bartender in my 20s. I don't really have desire to go out to the clubs, the bar, to be in social settings like that, unless it's like, maybe work related or something fun. But like my girl's with me. I'm not really doing that without my lady, nor do I need to be. Like, uh, just as I've said before, also too, it's like you got to take ownership of what situations you put yourself in. You can't always be the victim, especially in situations like that with those kind of scenarios. It's
Yeah,
you're willingly
a lot of the
you're a participant.
yeah, a lot of the stuff down here is like well, this girl said, "Oh, in the replies, like, I'm in a happy new relationship and all this stuff, and I'm glad that this didn't happen." And people are like, "You're not the villain in this story. Your best friend cheated." Uh, Other people are like, "You guys need to slip. If you guys were gonna do this, you should have set like clear boundaries." It says, "Both you and Trevor shouldn't have agreed to anything." Your boy got the puss. There's
That's so funny. That's so
it's
bad.
over here. It's like, haha, Joan and your boy fucking boned down and Trevor's cucked. There's some of the comments are
Dude, I
wild,
mean,
but a lot of the people are like, you're not the victim. They're just blame shifting, and he felt regret after the fact, and
yeah.
and that's all it is. It's not.
They,
It's just a
they
horrible
obviously
story.
didn't think fully about the repercussions of what that might look like. Because like you see that a lot on Reddit, man. Like reading through posts to
Oh
find
yeah,
for shows and stuff. Like people not acknowledging what the aftermath of a situation might look like and how it will affect them emotionally and mentally. It's like people they get enticed by the idea. They get enticed by the cover but the in depth is where they lose it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's that. Nah, bro,
Yeah,
nah.
ain't sharing shit over here, homie. Well, that ain't happening. Not never, not no way, not no how. But the
Yeah,
people,
hell no.
guys, if you are gonna cheat, make sure you strap that shit up. You don't want to be over here with 18 years of fucking child support. You know what I mean? The way things are designed,
Yeah, boy.
you're gonna be cash. I got plenty of homies that I work with that are paying for one kid like 1,000 a month, 1,200 a month. Those girls ain't giving that money to the kids, homies. They're fucking out there getting their hairs and nails done, getting them new
And
Jordans for
asking for
themselves,
more,
wanting the more.
asking for more. I mean, everybody needs to take ownership in those kind of situations and stuff, but that doesn't mean people ain't out there being self-serving and not caring about the repercussions. Those are the people that are pushing for it the most.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
need, as we said, I think it was in the last video, not everyone that helps you is your friend, and not everyone that hurts you is your enemy.
yeah,
People, dude,
yeah. That's nutty. Don't be out there sharing,
that's way
guys. Don't be
nutty.
out there sharing. Don't be agreeing to shit like that.
Use this as a life lesson to, when you move into another relationship and what you don't want for it and do want for it, everything you can glean knowledge from and apply it moving forward and stuff.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I've
me and
never
Jeremy
been
have a
one.
homie. Let's just make up his name. Let's say his name's Chad, and he's ruined a bunch of his relationships by cheating with
Oh
some
my
fat
god,
torta looking bitches. You know what I mean? So you just don't want to fucking do that. You know, he just
dear
never learned
God,
his
bro.
lesson. So
It, it, bro. No, bro, no. I mean, well, obviously too the trust and the insecurities that come along with that kind of stuff, man. Like you hear about that the most. Like somebody who does felonious stuff then starts to project that on the person that they're with and assuming they're doing it, and you just end up ruining a lot of shit down the line because there's no boundaries,
And
man.
if you've ever
Healthy
seen somebody get
relationship
caught
boundaries are
cheating, that shit's
important.
hilarious. They like start they're deer in the headlights look, backpedaling, motherfucker. You're just like, ah, get the popcorn because I'm about to watch this
it,
fucking show.
Dude, it's not fun, man. It's not fun. And we seen
Oh,
that stuff.
even at
We
the
seen that
bar. I've
stuff
seen it at the bar.
firsthand.
Like girls come in and
Yeah,
catch their man with some other girl, vice versa. Girls with
dude.
guys, guys with girls.
Mm-mm.
That shit is
Mm-mm.
just a show. You got to kick them all out. It's just hilarious. Like, hey, you got to take that out of here. I mean, I want to watch. Let me know the outcome, but let's do it out front.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like, learned that a long time ago as a man. Like, if your girl cheats on you, bro, like dudes out there are quick to default to fucking, I'm going to beat this dude's ass, and
Oh
it's like,
yeah,
well, bro, like what role or part did your girl play in that, man? Because it's not like he just rolled up and finessed his way into some panties, bro. Like there had to be a door, a window, an opening for him
yeah.
to walk
Scenarios are
through.
different, you
And
know.
whose fault is that? That's not their fault.
Now, if they knew you were,
That's the person.
if it's somebody that you knew that knew you, or you're
Oh
married,
yeah,
God
yeah,
forbid,
yeah.
even worse, then yeah, homie's he's catching a whooping. But if it's just some
Oh, there's
rando that,
situations where that's
yeah,
valid,
yeah,
but
if it's just a
if it's
rando, yeah,
random people, I mean, even in high school, back in high school, I remember this
oh
dude rolled
yeah,
up on me and was like, "That's my girl," blah blah blah, and I'm over here like, I didn't know. She never said she had a boyfriend. I don't even know who you are, but yet you're coming at me like I personally slighted you. I was just talking to somebody. Me and her didn't do nothing. We were just talking, kissed a little, stuff like
yeah,
that, high school stuff,
yeah,
but, and I get that, but it really did click with me, like mentality wise on how to address situations like that. That's why it's like with relationships, it's like, cool, man. It ran its course. I don't need to fight no one. I don't need to get hyphy with no one.
yeah, and that's that
Um,
retrospect stuff too. Like you think about it afterwards, you're
yeah,
like, well, fuck, good riddance. Good thing it happened sooner and not later.
good
You know what I
riddance,
mean? After
man.
you're married
Yeah.
and had a couple kids and shit, that's when it's hurtful. That's when motherfuckers be depressed and
Of
alcohol and
course.
all
When
those
it
horror stories we hear, you know?
work husband,
Yeah.
work wife,
Yeah.
things like that, like,
That's
you
nutty.
know,
That's nutty.
it's definitely worth it to know the people your significant other works with to some degree. Don't exclude yourself from everything that they're doing as far as work goes, like establish a rapport, things like that. Um, and also have healthy relationship boundaries and stuff.
Oh,
It's
for sure.
like, oh, we're going out for a work drink for the fourth time this week.
Ooh.
For the fourth time, like,
Ooh.
is that a necessity? Is that something that's needed, or is it something that you want because you like what comes along with that, the freedom, the enticement, and all that. And I feel like a lot of people also too sacrifice so much in their younger years that in their older years they want to live, and that is one of the aspects of life that gives you the highest feeling of living, is being in those situations, which is sad too, man. Like, make time for yourself, people.
Yeah.
Don't cut yourself short, you know. This day and age, man, don't be quick to have kids, don't be quick to sacrifice everything for job and this and that. Like, have some fun too, because, you know, down the line, if you feel like, you know, I feel like a
Tomorrow's
lot of
not
people
promised,
too,
you know?
yeah, tomorrow's not promised, but I feel like a lot of people too in our age range aren't going to have midlife crises either, because we see that, and we delegate time for ourselves in life, opposed to just sacrificing everything. And so it's not going to be like, I missed out, I missed
Yeah.
out. Like, I don't think I'll ever feel like I missed out on anything, man. Like, I've done a lot of stuff, and had a fun life, and, you know, and sacrifices there throughout that and stuff, but also putting myself first, being like, I don't need to cut myself short to achieve things, and then feeling like I
Yeah, but I gotta throw a thank you
you
out
know,
there for
missed out on so
people
much.
who are doing all this fucked up shit because it gives us something to talk about.
Yeah. Right. Don't stop now, don't stop now. But
All right, fucking all right. We'll get out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in, checking out our channel.